What's good, y'all? It's your boy Matt, your favorite CEO, fitness model, and content creator. You see the title, baby. Skinny to Jacked Playbook, bro. 5 simple changes I had to make that allowed me to gain 20 to 25 pounds of muscles naturally in the past 6 to 7 years of me training consistently. I've been training since I was probably 17, 18 years old consistently, right? Around my senior year of high school, junior year of high school. I'm now 24 years young, going on 25. I've been training consistently. I look good. I feel good. You know what I mean? My energy's at an all-time high. My testosterone is at its peak naturally. You get what I'm saying? No TRT, no steroids, none of that bullshit. You don't need no secret sauce. You don't need none of that garbage to attain a phenomenal physique naturally. You get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give you the 5 simple habit changes I had to make that you can implement today. You can start implementing this today. You can get the supplements, the meal plans, whatever it is that you need. You can start implementing these habits today, and these habits are going to literally, if you start implementing it today, this week, right? Immediately, you will start to see changes within the next 6 months to a year. I promise you, I guarantee you, if you stick to these habits and you stay consistent, you will get the dream physique that you're looking to get. Because I did it in real time. It took me a little bit longer because I was doing a bunch of bullshit. I was still eating the fast food. I had to, over time, develop into this individual that I am right now, where now I identify someone who's health conscious, so I move like it. You get what I'm saying? So listen, let's get right to the video, baby. How's everybody doing though, man? Yo, it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? I told you I'm dropping this fire for y'all every single week. So look, 5 simple habit changes to get what? Jacked. 5 simple habit changes that help me to get jacked and that will help you to get jacked. It's about 5 of them. I got a bonus one for y'all at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. So the first habit change that you have to make, and I spoke about this, I made a whole video on this, is identity. You damn right. Your identity and what you identify as internally is going to dictate the results that you get. I already told you my 3-step formula. Your identity is going to lead to the actions that you take, which ultimately is going to lead to the results that you get. I gave a perfect analogy. A lot of lottery winners go broke, even if they win $10 million, $20 million, $30 million. Why? Identity. Because they view themselves internally as someone who is still broke, someone who is not worthy of having all of this money. They end up either blowing the money in the span of 5 to 10 years, they lose it all because they don't know what the fuck to do with it. As opposed to someone who identifies as abundant, someone who is wealthy, someone, for example, Greg Lavakia. Greg Lavakia owns Bloom Nutrition, right? Y'all know, but y'all see like the Bloom, what is it called? The Bloom energy drinks. I drink them shits all the time. Them shits is fire. You see the Bloom Pop, which is like the prebiotic sodas from Bloom. You know, they got their own creatine. They got their own pre-workout. They got their own, creatine gummies. You know what I mean? It's a supplement company. But at the same time, he owns the company with his wife. Bro, they're about to make $600 million this year. They're about to make $500 million this year. And then next year, they're going to make $1 billion. You get what I'm saying? But the reason why he's able to make that much money and not only make that amount of money with his wife, with their company, and they're not only able to make it, but they're able to maintain it over elongated periods of time, is because internally, Greg identifies as someone who is abundant, someone who is an entrepreneur, someone who is good at money management, someone who is successful. As opposed to if you were to give $500 million to the average Joe in America that makes $65,000 a year, they're going to lose that money because they don't have the proper financial education to not only get that money, but also to maintain it and to grow it over elongated periods of time. You know what I mean? So the first thing you have to change, the first habit shift, is shifting your identity. I'm reading a book right now called Psycho-Cybernetics. And that book is amazing, man. It teaches you about building your self-image, shifting your identity internally. Everything starts internal. You want to build a better body? You got to pay attention to the food that you put in your body internally. You want to develop more confidence and fortify your mind? You have to do the inner work. You want to build a better relationship with God? God is not just external. God lives within you. You are an image and likeness of the Creator. God is within you at all times. So you got to do the inner work. You got to speak to yourself positively on a regular basis. You got to read so you can, digest the information that you just received. You got to read the Bible, whatever it is, whatever your belief systems are, the Quran. I don't care what you believe in. You got to meditate so you can get your energy right internally, so you can hear that inner voice, that divine voice that, God is speaking to you and guiding you through. Everything starts internal. And what starts internally is your identity. If you continue to internally identify as someone who is 300 pounds overweight, you're going to continue to take actions from that point of view of someone who was 300. I told you in my last video, your identity leads to the actions that you take, which ultimately leads to the results that you get. So if you identify internally as someone who is overweight, you're going to take action like an overweight person, which is eating a bunch of bullshit all the time, binge eating at gas stations, not having a gym membership, not doing any form of cardio. And then you're going to get the results of continuing to be overweight or gaining more weight. Same thing if you're a skinny guy like me, because this video is specifically for skinny guys trying to gain muscle, because I was a skinny guy. Old identity. Saw how I just tried to creep in? You know what I mean? I used to identify as someone who was skinny, so I was taking actions like a skinny dude. I wasn't eating enough. I wasn't taking the right supplementation. I wasn't eating high quality foods like how I do now. I wasn't paying attention to the ingredients when I go to the grocery store. Little shit like that really adds up in the compounds over a span of maybe 5 years, a year, 10 years, 15 years, because you can see who has been eating a bunch of bullshit for the past decade and someone who's really been locked in and training and eating healthy for the past decade. You can tell they look different. Their energy is different. The way they move is different. The way they train is different. You know what I mean? Once I started shifting my identity and identifying as someone who was health conscious, I start making decisions from a health conscious point of view. I start reading the ingredients when I go to the supermarket. I stop consuming certain things on a regular basis. Do I still have cheat meals and indulge in fast food from time to time? Of course. I'm fucking human. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm perfect and I got it all figured out. I don't. But it's not an everyday thing for me. That used to be my normal lifestyle when I was younger, when I was in high school, middle school, Chinese food, because it was the most affordable thing back then. Back then, you know, chicken wings and French fries used to be $4. Now it's $10. Me and my family, we eat that every day. Chinese food for lunch. You know what I mean? The bullshit processed school lunches that we ate at school. My family was cooking a bunch of fried foods with the seed oils and shit. You know what I mean? I grew up in the Black and Hispanic community. I'm Black and Hispanic. You know what I mean? I'm an Afro-Latino. So that's all I ate growing up. And my family didn't know any better because I didn't come from a household where people were health conscious. I had to learn it on my own and I had to teach them that. So like once again, not to get off topic, your identity leads to the actions that you take, which ultimately leads to the results that you get. So until you shift your identity, which is the first step and the most important out of everything I'm going to name, you're not going to be able to do the other 4 steps that I'm going to give you, the other 4 habit changes. Habit number 2, you have to start eating whole, organic foods. I can't stress this enough. I know a lot of you probably like, oh, what about working out? What about cardio? What about all of this stuff? Working out is great. It helps you to boost your testosterone, helps you to stay mobile, stretching, doing cardio, making sure you're moving your body. That's amazing. But there are a lot of people out there that work out every single day, 6-7 days a week, but eat like shit. And then they have 25% body fat. They look like shit. They feel like shit. You get what I'm saying? You ever see someone who's in the gym every single day, but doesn't really have the body that you want? They don't really have a lot of energy. They kind of sluggish. They kind of tired. They move really slow. They can't even walk up a flight of steps without breathing heavy. None of that matters if you're not eating the right types of foods. You're not going to be able to live a long, healthy life if you don't pay attention to what you're putting in your body. Start eating organic eggs. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if you're a pescatarian, if you're a vegan, you know, if you're, I don't know what is a carnivore, whatever it is, start eating whole organic foods. Get you some steak. Get you some ground beef, some ground turkey. Pay attention to the ingredients that are in these things, right? A lot of times they add a lot of bullshit in there. Get you some grilled chicken, some chicken cutlet, grill it. Use some avocado oil. Start eating fruits, blueberries, pineapples, watermelon, because watermelon hydrates your body. Mango, there's a lot of different things that you should be consuming on a regular basis that you're not consuming right now. And my mentor told me this. He said, when it comes to building a better body, a better business, whatever it is that you're trying to improve, your mindset, your confidence, your relationship with God, there are a lot of things that you're doing that you really need to eliminate. So a lot of you are eating fast food on a regular basis, and it's not necessarily that you need to add more things to your diet. It's because you have to eliminate the things you're already doing, because the things that you're already doing got you to the result that you don't want. If you're eating fast food every day, it's not necessarily meaning that outside of the fast food that your diet is poor. A lot of people eat whole organic foods, but at the same time, they still eat fast food for majority of their meals. So in all reality, all they really have to do is just eliminate the fast food that they consume on a regular basis. and then could stick to the actual diet that is going to help them to live a longer life, to help them to feel good, to help them to build that muscle, to help them to function at the best of their ability mentally and physically. Because the food that you eat affects how you think as well. If you're eating a bunch of processed foods all the time, ultra processed foods, what's going to happen? You're going to have constant brain fog. You're going to have low energy. You're going to be at a low vibration. That's why a lot of people who eat fast food all the time, you ever notice that they're always bloated? Oh, I'm tired. I always have the itis. Oh man, I can't think straight. I can't make fucking decisions. Why? The food that you consume. And now they're putting a bunch of chemicals in the food that affects your brain. It affects your organs. You're not moving like that. Stick to whole organic foods. If you can't afford going to Whole Foods, I understand everybody can't do the Whole Foods. Go to Aldi's. Aldi's got a lot of shit in there for the low. A lot. I went in there the other day. I got mad food for about 2 weeks. I paid no more than $80. $80, as opposed to you go to a regular supermarket where they got a bunch of bullshit. You'll pay $80 for 5 items. I got a bunch of food. My parents go to Aldi's. My lady, me and my girl, we go to Aldi's. They got Littles too. Littles is fire. Littles is just like Aldi's. They got ShopRite. There's a multitude of different stores. Walmart, Target. You know, there's a lot of different stores who have exactly what you need to help you to get the exact results that you're looking for without you having to pay an arm and a leg for some fucking food, for some fruit. There's a lot of different fruit markets, meat markets, where they literally are outside and they got real meat, not the shit that's injected with the poison. They got real fruit with seeds, not the seedless shit that you see in the container at the supermarket. You know what I mean? They got real coconut water to hydrate your body, not the processed shit that be on the shelves. So you got to really do your research. And bro, we have TikTok, we have Instagram. You can literally look up the best places in your area to get real food for the low. Like I said, you don't have to pay an arm and a leg to eat healthy. A lot of you think, oh yeah, I gotta, spend an extra $50, $100 on organic groceries. So be it. Stop complaining. You'll go to the club every single weekend and spend a bunch of, money on alcohol and, strippers and whatever it is that you're into. Doesn't bother me, no judgment. But then you have the audacity to say, I can't pay an extra $50 for some organic groceries to improve my health, so I won't have $100,000 hospital bills in the future. Doesn't make sense. Get your priorities straight. You'll go to the club every single weekend. Every 2 weeks, you'll pay $500 for a pair of sneakers that you don't need, that doesn't give you a return on your ROI, a return on your investment, sorry. But you won't pay an extra $25 to $50 for organic groceries. You won't pay the $50 to invest into your health to get the organic supplements that's going to help you to, improve your joint health. Some turmeric, some sea moss, some plant-based protein. You know what I mean? Some omega-3s. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why you guys think the way that you do. That's why you have to, once again, shift the identity and start getting you some whole organic foods. All right. Number 3, you got to start taking higher quality supplements. I got my phone right here. I got my list of supplements that I take on a regular basis that I recommend. And I'm also going to recommend the certain brands for these supplements that I want you to take. These supplements are going to help you to not only gain muscle mass and boost your testosterone naturally as a man, but it's going to help you to improve your overall health long term. Because I'm not here to just help you to gain 20 pounds of muscle and you feel like shit. No, I want you to gain that 20 pounds of muscle, but you moving like a hybrid athlete. You moving like a football player. You mobile like a gymnast. You feel me? I want to make sure your joints is good. Your heart is good. Your liver, your brain. These are things that are very, very important. And they have a multitude of different natural supplements that can help you to improve with all these different things. All right. The first thing I want you to get, I know everybody has this myth that, oh, this is bad for your liver, yada, yada. Creatine. Get you some creatine. The three brands that I recommend for creatine is the Raw brand. The brand Raw, I think he's Chris Bumstead, the bodybuilder, Mr. Olympia. He's a co-owner of that brand. He has his own energy drink with that brand, Bum, where they have like the pre-workout. They got like the energy drinks. That brand is called Raw. That brand is fire. They have high quality creatine. Take about 5 grams a day of the creatine. Some people say take 10 now because it's good for your brain health. It boosts like your cognitive function, your memory and shit like that, your focus, which is dope. You can do that too. The second brand is Become Nutrition. My mentor, Jeff Logan, shout out to Jeff Logs. His brand, Become Nutrition. He has a fire ass creatine. Creatine works. It doesn't make you bloated. It doesn't make you, feel tired and sluggish. I've taken creatines before where I will feel like shit. Maybe that was probably my diet too at the same time because I was eating a bunch of bullshit and taking creatine. That's why I was experiencing the bloat. But Become Nutrition, their creatine. Bare Performance, well, pause. Raw, the brand Raw, their creatine. And the last brand is Bare Performance. I don't know if you guys know who Nick Bare is. Nick Bare is a hybrid athlete. He's an entrepreneur. He owns his own brand called BPN. Nick Bare Performance Nutrition. That brand is fire. They got a bunch of different pre-workouts. They got a bunch of different, endurance pre-workouts too for like long distance running and stuff like that. But his creatine has creapure in it, which is the purest form of creatine. That shit, fuego. I get that shit every month. That's really the brand that I mainly use. So I recommend getting that brand, but it's literally $20 for a 2-month serving. So that shit should last you 60 days. Literally, you take 1 scoop a day. You should be good. It boosts your lifts. It boosts, your strength, your muscle mass naturally. Obviously, yes, it adds water to your muscles. But if you're eating the right types of foods, you don't got to worry about getting bloated. If you're eating fast food every day, McDonald's, Wendy's, and you're taking creatine at the same time, you're going to get fucking bloated because you're eating inflammatory ass foods. All right. So that's number 3. Get you a high quality creatine, right? Another supplement I recommend that you get is getting you a herbal test booster, natural test booster. Become Nutrition, my mentor Jeff Logue's brand, he has a supplement called Be Hard. Be Hard has maca, tanga ali, it has long jack extract, it has the damiana leek, which is like an aphrodisiac, right? It helps to boost your sexual drive when you get intimate with your lady. A lot of different herbs, bro, that are really beneficial towards, increasing the blood flow in that area so you could get right, but also increasing the blood flow throughout your entire body. So when you working out, you got an insane pump. You're boosting your testosterone naturally. Because a lot of the foods that we eat, a lot of environmental factors is fucking with men's testosterone. It's lowering your testosterone and it's boosting estrogen in your body. So this helps to not only boost your testosterone naturally, but it helps to also balance your hormones as a man. Because there are a lot of guys that are my age that have man boobs, right? And this is not judgment. This is a real thing that's really going on. There's an attack on masculinity. There's an attack on testosterone within itself, right? A lot of men are my age, younger than me, with fucking titties, man boobs and shit like that. And that's because their bodies filled with estrogen because of the foods that they're eating. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I put as number 2, eating whole organic foods, because eating whole organic foods alone is going to boost your testosterone and balance your hormones so you can not only perform better in the bedroom, but in the gym and your overall life, your brain health, your physical health, your health down there, your prostate, all that shit. You know what I mean? So get you a natural herbal test booster. It's also another supplement by this brand. I don't know if you guys know who Jay Kelly is on Instagram. Shout out to Jay Kelly. He's dope. His brand is called PRSPR Wellness. And he has a supplement that has a maca root with the beetroot. Woo! Maca root with the beetroot. You know what that beetroot do? That beetroot boosts that blood flow and it improves your cardiovascular health. So you not only increase the blood flow when you're getting right with your woman, but it increases your blood flow when you training, you doing cardio, when you're in the gym, you got insane pumps. I'm telling you, get you the beetroot and the maca. You know what maca does? Maca helps to balance your hormones. It helps to boost your testosterone naturally. You know what I mean? It's just good for your overall health. It increases your energy. It increases fertility. You know what I mean? It boosts your endurance. So he has a supplement where it has the maca and the beetroot. I've taken it before. Fire. Women can take that too. So if you want to get it for your lady, so, she's starting to work out, she's starting to get in the gym, that's a unisex kind of supplement. Because it doesn't really just boost testosterone. It really helps to balance your hormones and it helps with, your cardiovascular health and blood flow. So women and men can take that too. So if you want to get that for your moms, your grandma, your girl, your female friend, what I'm saying? Well, whoever it is, you can get that for them as well. But that shit is dope and it's going to help you men. All right. I got a few more supplements. Turmeric. Get you some turmeric for your joints. A lot of you out here, your joints is stiff. You lifting all this heavy weight and shit. Benching the fucking 515. That's cute. That's cool. That's great. But if you're not taking care of your joint health, if you're not stretching, if you're not taking turmeric to make sure that your joints are not inflamed, this is why you got guys in their 30s getting arthritis, lifting all this heavy weight. They're not stretching. They're not loosening up their joints. They're not taking nothing for their joints. I got my parents right now. My dad's arthritis is gone. My dad's is 65 years young. His arthritis is gone because I got him and my mother on the turmeric. I got them in the gym. I got them eating healthier types of foods and getting rid of the inflammatory ass foods. You know what I mean? If you want to improve your joint health, which is something that I recommend that everybody does because you don't want to be 65 looking like you great, but then you fucking stiff. You know what I mean? Get you some turmeric. It's going to help with your joint health. All right. The next supplement, I want you to get some sea moss. You know that sea moss. Sea moss, you could put it in your smoothies. I know they have the sea moss capsules. I recommend the gel. The gel is way more potent and it works way better. And the brand I recommend is Sage's Sea Moss. That's my sister's best friend's brand. Shout out to Monique. You know, she named the brand after her daughter, Sage. Her name is Sage. Sage's Sea Moss. They have the best sea moss in the market. They got blue spirulina sea moss. They got sea moss with flax seeds. They got the hibiscus shit, the chlorophyll, you know, joint. She got everything, and it's all natural. It's not fruit infused like a lot of these bullshit brands where they have fruit infused sea moss and the shit lasts 3 months. Sea moss is not supposed to last that long. It's supposed to last no more than a month. So a lot of now they got they got fucking GMO sea moss and they selling it to you, and you think it's really good for you, but it's some bullshit. So get you Sage's sea moss, man. Sea moss is really, really good. It has 92 out of the 102 minerals that you need in your body. I think it's 108. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I mean? It helps with, you know, hair, skin, you know, hair, skin, and nails. You know, your joints as well, not just turmeric. It improves your overall health, your gut health, everything. It's just a good supplement that you need to take. You could put in your smoothies. You could put 2 tablespoons in your smoothies, your fruit smoothie. You could take 2 tablespoons to the head, pause, and drink it with some water, which is normally what I do when I wake up. And I put it in my tea. I put it in my coffee. There are so many different ways that you could use sea moss, and it's good for you. Everybody can take sea moss. All right. Another supplement, chlorophyll. Chlorophyll boosts your energy, detoxes your gut. It acts as a natural deodorant as well because it detoxes and flushes out your system. So a lot of people, you ever seen people put those green drops in their water and they shake it up and drink it? That shit is really good for you. Helps to freshen your breath. Like I take chlorophyll now before I go to bed, and throughout the day I wake up, my breath is fresh because it helps to clean out all of that shit in my system. Even my underarms, like chlorophyll. A lot of people say, "Oh, I take chlorophyll. I don't need deodorant no more." I'm still using deodorant, but I notice now that my scent, my aroma is not like, it's not as strong because I take chlorophyll. And chlorophyll is really, really good for your hair, skin, and nails as well. It's good really for your skin too. Like I've been taking chlorophyll, my skin's being clear. I've been having a boost of energy, especially for people out there that don't want to really want to be taking caffeine all the time and shit like that. Chlorophyll is really good. All right. And the last supplement I recommend that you take is plant-based protein. If you like whey protein, fuck it, get you some grass-fed whey. But I recommend plant-based protein because for me personally, dairy makes me break out. So I don't really consume dairy like that. I'm not allergic to it. I just don't like the way it makes me feel. It makes me tired. It makes me sluggish. So I don't really consume it all the time unless if I'm having a cheat meal, I'm having some ice cream or some shit. Or if I'm, having some tacos, and I'll have, a little bit of dairy, some sour cream, maybe some organic cheese, whatever it is, if I'm making it or my girl is making it. But I definitely recommend that you get you some plant-based protein. Plant-based protein is fire. It's really, really good for your health. It's all natural. A few brands that I want to recommend is like Truvani. Truvani's fire. It's all natural. They have like 7 ingredients in their plant-based protein. Ambrosia Collective. The plant-based protein, it has plants. It has the BCAAs in there as well, which is like amino acids. It helps to, for your muscle recovery, and it helps to, increase your muscle mass as well. You got Become Nutrition. They got their plant-based protein. You got Raw, the brand Raw, they got their plant-based protein. They got BPN, plant-based protein. A lot of these plant-based proteins are really, really good for you, and they taste good. They taste exactly like the chocolate or vanilla flavors that they have. They taste really good. They're all natural, and you don't have to worry about it fucking up your gut health and stuff like that. And like I said, protein itself is not supposed to replace your meals. Still eat whole organic foods. Still eat real food. This is not to replace fucking meals. This is not a meal replacement. Don't drink 4 protein shakes a day and say, I got my calories in and I only ate 1 meal. No, that's how you get sick. You're going to fuck up your organs like that. You're going to fuck up your entire system by just drinking protein shakes all day and not eating real food. You still need to eat real food. All right. Make sure you get your plant-based protein though, because plant-based protein is better for your health. I ain't even write these down, God, no. But yeah, man, hold on. Give me 1 second. But yo, man, I hope y'all doing well, man. Yo, like this video right now, man. Start taking higher quality supplements. Okay. Start taking supplements. All right. All right, cool. And number 4, all right? Number 4. So number 1 is identity shift. You got to shift your identity to get the results that you're looking to get. Number 2, you got to start eating whole organic foods. All right. And number 3, you got to start taking higher quality supplements. From the brands that I just recommended you can look it up. You can look up the reviews. You can look up, the benefits of it. I'm telling you, I'm not just talking on my ass. Like, you see the results. Like, I do this shit. I've been doing this shit. I've been taking these supplements for years. I've been trying out what works for me, what doesn't work. If it works for you, it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. You know what I mean? You can do trial and error with what tastes better, how it makes you feel. Lock in. It's time. All right. Number 4, training at least 4 to 5 times a week. You have to train at least 4 to 5 times a week. I'm gonna give you a 5-day split right now. My split: chest and arms. All right. Legs and shoulders. Write this down. Back, chest and arms again. Legs, shoulders. Legs twice a week. Shoulders twice a week, basically. Chest twice a week. And you can flip this around based on, like, I do back once a week because my back is really big. So I'm back dominant. My upper chest needs work. My shoulders need work based on my own, my own standards for my own physique and what I want to, attain. My legs need a little bit more work. I want to gain a little bit more mass in my legs. So this is my split that works for me based on, my body parts that are lacking. My back's not lacking, so I don't really do back 2-3 times a week. But you can choose, whatever your lacking body part is, you can do most of those per week. And then whatever is your most dominant body part, you can do that once a week. You know what I mean? I don't want you out here overtraining, training 7 days a fucking week. No, you need to rest. I used to be on that 6-7 day shit. That shit is cool at the beginning, but after a while, you start getting tired. You don't give your body enough time to recover and rest. And I own a business, so I'm constantly, dealing with clients and stuff like that. I'm constantly helping people. I'm recording my content. I'm on the move. I'm on the go. I'm traveling to the city. You know what I mean? So I'm constantly on go. I live in Jersey too. So, I got to make sure that I'm taking care of my family. I got to make sure I'm taking care of business. So I'm constantly on the move. I can't be out here in the gym 7 days a week. And if I am, for the most time, it's for business purposes. I'm recording my content. I'm recording videos like this. You get what I'm saying? Like, I already trained today. I went to Pelham Bay Park. You know what I mean? Because my family lives in the Bronx, and I ran there with my cousin about 2 miles. Got that work in today. No excuse. I didn't go to the physical gym, but I was outside running and still moving my body, making sure that I'm stretching and I'm moving so I can make sure that, I'm improving my health every single day. All right. So train at least 4 to 5 times a week. I literally just gave you the split that I've been using for the past 6 to 7 years that helps me, right? To not only maintain, but to gain more muscle mass. I'm 200 lean right now. Shredded. Make sure you do cardio 2 times a week as well. Get that cardio in. The mistake I made at the beginning of my fitness journey was I was not prioritizing my cardio. I was doing cardio nada. The only time I did cardio was in high school because I played basketball in high school and I was hooping. We was constantly running, doing suicides, doing drills. We was constantly running up and down the court with the ball, without the ball, moving, playing defense. You know what I mean? So I haven't did cardio since high school before I started doing cardio again. Now I do cardio 3-4 times a week, but for me, it's a little bit different because I'm training. I got a half marathon coming up next week. You know what I mean? So I'm training for like half marathons, high rocks. So for me, doing cardio 4 times a week works for me and my schedule. I do 2 a days 4 times a week. I train 5 days a week. Sometimes on the days that I don't train and I don't lift weights, I run on those days. So I could just run early in the morning and then for the rest of the day, take care of business and hop on calls. But that's basically how my schedule works. You can align that split that I gave you with your schedule and if that works for you. If it works for you, it does. If it doesn't, then you can, make it cater to, your schedule, whether you work overnight, the afternoon shift, morning, whatever it is. All right. All right. So number 5, learn from others that already have the results that you want. Learn from others. Okay. Already have the results that you want. Don't mind my handwriting. My handwriting is shit. Learn from others that already have the results that you want. You guys are watching this video right now. Why? Because you want to learn how to gain 15, 20 pounds of muscle. You want to learn how to develop your dream physique. That's why you're watching this video, because you're learning from someone who has already done it. I know how it feels to be skinny. I know how it feels to walk in a hallway at high school and people making fun of you because you're skinny. I know how it feels for people to make fun of me because of my weight and because at the time I had severe acne, I wasn't confident. I know how it feels to walk and not feel confident in your own fucking body. I know how that feels. And I have family members who were overweight that are now in shape because I was able to help them to get those results. I have clients who I was able to help them to lose 30, 40, 50 pounds. I have clients that I was able to help certain men and certain women gain 10, 15 pounds of muscle, right? And their confidence completely transformed. But I know how that feels to not have your dream body. I know how that feels. But I had to learn and study other individuals who had the results that I wanted, right? My ideal physique growing up, right, when I was in high school, was Michael B. Jordan's physique, especially Creed 2. Creed 2, he bulked up compared to Creed 1. He looked insane. His physique was crazy. The shoulders, the upper chest, you know what I'm saying? His abs, his whole physique, crazy. Especially on screen, it looked insane. You know what I mean? That was my ideal physique, you know, going into, you know, starting my training and stuff like that. But you got to have your ideal physique. You don't got to compare yourself to anyone else, but you can look at someone's like, damn, I kind of want a physique like that, but I want to add my own, you know, twist to it because it's my body at the end of the day. Do I look like Michael B. Jordan? Do I have his physique? Nah, I look good. You know what I mean? But I don't have a physique like his. His shit was just the ideal. So, but I had to learn from him. I started studying his workout routines. I started watching guys like Chris Bumstead. You get what I'm saying? My mentor, Jeff Lowe's. When he was 210, 200, 220, he had a physique that I wanted to attain as well when he was a little bit heavier. Now I think he's like 180, 185, lean, right? Because he's a model, he's an actor and shit like that. And he's an entrepreneur, so he's constantly on the go. But even his physique, I learned from him. I learned a lot from him that I know right now. How to train, how to eat properly. You know what I mean? How to eat whole organic foods, how to pick out the right types of foods at the supermarket so I know, oh, okay, cool. This says non-GMO, but it's really some bullshit. It's really processed. Sorry, y'all, my camera overheated, but we back, baby. You got to learn from the individuals who came before you, the individuals who did exactly what it is that you wanted to do, right? Whether that be business, the type of business that you want to build, the type of confidence that you want to cultivate, the type of mindset that you want to develop, the type of body that you want to, you know, bring into reality. Whatever it is that you want to do, you got to learn from the individuals who did it, and you got to become greater. I'm not here to become like Michael B. Jordan. I don't want his physique. His physique was the ideal, like I said, but at the same time, I want a better physique. I want to develop the best physique that Matt Rodriguez can develop, and I have. And I'm still a lot of things that I want to improve on. Like I said, my shoulders, my legs, different shit like that. There's always room for improvement. You know what I mean? And I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it so I can, you know, fulfill, you know, my own standards for the type of physique that I want to develop. You get what I'm saying? So listen, the 5 simple habit changes that I had to make that allowed me to get jacked. Once again, number 1, identity. Shift the identity, shift the body, shift the mind. All right? Eating whole organic foods on a regular basis. You can have cheat meals once a week. You know, maybe 2 times a week, but I recommend once a week, and that's what I do. And that's helped me to stay lean all year round. I look like this all year round. This ain't no summer body. This ain't no fucking winter arc. This is all year round. Eat whole organic foods. Number 3, start taking high quality supplements. Natural test boosters, the herbal ones that I recommended. Creatine, turmeric, chlorophyll, sea moss. A lot of different supplements that you should take that's not only going to improve your overall health, it's going to help to balance your hormones, boost your tests, increase your muscle mass so you can get the results that you're looking to get, so you can live a long life. Like I said, we're not here to just get in shape. We're here to also live a long life so our brain can function at the best of our ability, our heart, our liver, our gut, you know what I mean? Our muscles, our joints. That's what we're here to do, baby. Number 4, training at least 4 to 5 times a week. I gave you the split. You got that. Lock in. Number 5, learn from others that are doing exactly the things that you want to do. Learn from others that have the results that you want. You can apply this to business. You can apply this to your body. Like I said, you can apply this to your confidence, your mindset, your energy. You know what I mean? Becoming a magnet, whatever it is that you want to do, you can apply this to that. And number 6, my bonus one, stay devoted. Devotional, right? Being devoted towards building a better body and improving your health. Lifting weights and working out and shit is deeper than just, oh, I just want to build muscle. That's cool. But like I said, I'm not here to just help you to gain muscle. I'm here to help you to develop habits that you will carry on forever. I want you to live a long life so you can have beautiful, amazing children if that's what you want. I want you to live a long, healthy, happy life so your body can function at the best of its ability, and so you won't spend the next 30 years suffering of health issues. Because that's a real thing. There are people dropping like flies in their 30s and their 40s, young, from health issues because they didn't have the proper knowledge and education on how to take care of their body the right way. You know what I mean? They only learn what they learn based on conditioning. I'm here to recondition your mind to think a lot differently than what you've been doing before, because obviously what you've been doing so far is not getting you the results that you're looking to get. So shift the fucking mindset, right? Be devoted. I know I say discipline a lot. I know a lot of people say discipline and it sounds kind of militant, but devotion is something different. I'm gonna be devoted towards eating healthier types of foods. I'm gonna be devoted towards building the best body that I can so I can live a long life, so I can have a life full of energy, and my hormones is like balanced. My testosterone is at its peak as a male, so my body can perform at the best of its ability. My brain, I won't have brain fog. I'll have constant energy. I don't want to be 50 years old and I'm on fucking Viagra. I want to be 60 and 70 years old and still be a stallion. Still being able to run 6-7 miles without stopping. Still being able to do 10, 15 pull-ups in a row, 100 push-ups in a row. I'm gonna be 60, 70 years old doing that. I know that because of the actions that I'm taking right now. Because I'm devoted towards building a better life, not only for myself, but for my family. And you have the ability, when you're devoted towards building a better body and you start getting the results, you can teach other people like how I do. You can teach people at the highest level possible. I'm helping thousands of people all across the world, millions of people with my content, with my products and services, because I understand what it is to not be in shape. I understand how it feels to not be confident in your own skin. Walking around looking in the mirror and I don't like what the fuck I see in the mirror. I hate me. I hated myself. Did not have no confidence. I did not like my body. I did not like who I was. I wanted to become someone different. I did not want to be here. I know how that feels. And you have the ability to make that change if you start implementing these habits that I recommended. I recommend these habits to you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm recommending these things to you so you can go out there and take action on these things, apply it to your life, and so you can start getting these results. If you stay consistent with these 5 habits, well, technically 6, for the next 6 months to a year, you will get the results that you're looking to get. I promise you that. I can guarantee you that. But if you bullshitting, you doing it once in a while, I'm gonna just do it for 2 weeks and see how it is, and then the next 2 weeks I'm gonna eat some bullshit and I'm not gonna lock in, then don't get mad when your result is stagnant. Like I said, it all starts internal, that identity, and then everything else will follow. I love y'all. Your boy Matt Rodriguez. These are my 5 simple habit changes for you to get jacked, for you to gain that muscle mass, for you to go from skinny to being jacked, for you to gain that 20 pounds of muscle. If you need one-on-one help, if you need an actual, how to actually implement these things and how to actually stay consistent with these things and habit tracking and meal prepping and all of this stuff, the right type of supplements, where you can get it from, training plan, I got you. Fill out my application, my one-on-one coaching application, and the link in the description. The link in the description, baby. Fill out the coaching application. I take limited spots every single month. I take about 2 to 3 spots because I like to fully commit to the clients that, tap in with me. Spots go by fast. So fill out the application to see if you actually are able to work with me, because I don't work with everybody. I work with people who are very, very serious. So if you're not serious, don't fill out the application. If you are serious about getting real results and transforming your body, transforming your health, transforming your body, your mind, and your health to the next fucking level, tap in with your boy. Fill out the application, schedule a call, and let's make this happen. Let's get this work. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be easy on you either. I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm going to tell you what it is. So you need somebody to hold you accountable. I'm that person for you. You're watching this video for a reason. You watch all the way to the end for a reason. So lock in, fill out the application, and let's get the fucking work. If you're serious about transforming your physique, if you're serious about transforming your mindset, tap in with your boy and fill out my coach application. I love y'all. Stay tuned for the next banger. I told you I'm dropping every Friday, technically I'm recording this on a Friday, so I'm going to drop this tomorrow on Saturday. Keep tapping in, baby. I'm dropping videos like this once a week. I love y'all. Your boy Matt Rodriguez. Like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Let's keep running it up, baby. We almost at 4K. Let's keep making it happen. Let's keep staying consistent. Let's keep staying limitless. You understand me? Fill out the coaching application if you're serious about getting results. And I love y'all. Matt Rodriguez.